Welcome to the She Builds Show. I'm your host, Stefanie Olson, a licensed general contractor who builds new construction, renovates, and designs your vision. Today, more than ever, we need raw, authentic women who are willing to rise above society's norms, break those glass ceilings, and encourage each other to boldly build the life we were meant to live. So, honey, what are you building? Hey y'all, welcome to the She Builds Show. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you've enjoyed the past few episodes with the interviews of some incredible women. I thoroughly enjoyed interviewing them, and I hope you've taken some little nuggets of information and applied them to your life. Today, I want to talk about the DIYer, the do-it-yourselfer. The title of today's She Builds Show episode is To DIY or Not. When you look at it, it kind of looks like to die or not, which may be fitting. I want to run through the steps of what it means to take on a simple, let's say, bathroom remodel, and if you want to do it yourself, and what that would encompass. So most homeowners stare at their ugly bathroom, and they just dream. They dream about the sledgehammer going right into that ugly tile. You know what I mean. You just want to destroy it. You want to make it disappear. And then you also have made a Pinterest board. A completely out of touch with reality Pinterest board that absolutely does not apply to your home at all. Am I talking about you? Demo and Pinterest. That's generally the two steps most DIYers have taken. Now that's because those two things are the most glamorous. They feel the best. They give the most satisfaction. Now the reality is that 90% of construction is planning. So if you're not organized and good at planning and decisions overwhelm you, then my suggestion is to stick with paint and sip night. Know what I mean? So I want to run through the planning aspects that would need to occur to do a bathroom remodel. And I'm just talking about a simple hall bathroom, not an extensive master bath. A bath that has a small vanity, a toilet, and a tub shower combo. So in this scenario, I am not moving any plumbing or electrical, just replacement and with updated elements into the exact location they previously were. The first thing that needs to be done is to make a list of materials and subcontractors that you may not feel comfortable doing the DIY portion of. So here's a material list. You need a tub, a vanity cabinet, a window, countertops, tile and tile trim, a toilet, a light fixture, a mirror. If you're going to update the electrical in your bathroom, you need updated plugs, switches, and cover plates, bathroom vent fan, cabinet hardware, vanity faucet, tub, faucet, and shower head combo, paint, and grout colors. So that's kind of like a material and selection list is what I call it. Then subcontractors needed to do the whole job. If you just wanted to organize it and not do any work, you need someone to do demo, plumbing, electrical, tile, counters, drywall, paint, and window installation. Okay, now that we have a list of both of those items, you need to design the space. Selections need to be made for everything on the material list. You need to pick out your tub, your tile, the paint colors, the cabinets, the counters, the window, the faucets, the lighting, the hardware, the mirrors, and then you need to order it all. So that means you have to measure and order everything associated on that list. So right now, it's taking me 2 or 3 months to get windows. And if you're going to have a custom vanity made, cabinet makers are booked out just as long. Don't even get me started on appliances. That's why we're doing a bathroom example. So if you plan on doing some or all of the work, great. If not, you need to start securing subcontractors that will help you with your project. Sometimes your local design store should have a list of various subs that they recommend, and also Google and Yelp are great ways to see reviews about contractors. The next step is, guess what? It's still not demo. We're just still in planning mode. Planning. I don't even think about demo until my cabinets are about 2 weeks away from getting installed. I know that seems crazy, but it doesn't take long to do demo. Most of the time, a bathroom can be completely demoed in a day. And then after demo is drywall and paint. And that doesn't take very long either if you just have some drywall patches and it needs to be painted. So 2 weeks is usually plenty of time for a bathroom remodel. What's really not fun is living in a house that has been demoed and then just staring at it for months. Anybody ever done that? Like, yeah, we're going to redo our bathroom. And then you find out that the tile you want is 3 months out, can't get a cabinet, can't get a window, and then you just stare at that empty demoed bathroom for months. So no demo until everything's planned. No demo until all the stars align. So most cities would require a permit for this type of remodel, and I always get a permit no matter what. It's super easy to go to your local building department and just ask about the requirements. A lot of times they just appreciate you coming in and communicating with them what you're doing rather than trying to hide it. So go down there, ask what is required, and get the permit for this process. It should be pretty minimal if you're just replacing like for like and you're not moving any electrical or plumbing. So once you have the materials selected, your subs or yourself ready for the work, you need to make a schedule of events. This is basically like party planning. You can't bring in the flowers until the chairs are set. So here's the order of the construction for the bathroom. Number 1, planning. Sorry, I just had to put that in there to really hit home. Planning, and then you need a permit, and then you need to turn off all your power and water to that area. So here's just a little side note. Whenever I do a large remodel that nobody's living in, I prefer to have the water and any utilities, gas and electric, all turned off from the utility company. So I call the local utility company, have them turn it off at the meter. Because sometimes older homes, their water turn off and gas turn off at the house, they can break. I'm sure people have experienced that. So get it turned off at the meter, at the street. Number 1, planning, permit, turn off all power, water, electrical, any utilities to that bathroom. Demo, yay! Then after demo is rough plumbing, which includes installing your new tub or shower pan, any updated valves for your plumbing, updating any electrical that you're doing in there. So this would be the time to change out any plugs, anything like that. Then after all of that's done, then it's time to do any drywall repairs. After drywall is paint. After paint is cabinet install. After cabinet install is tile. After tile is counters. After counters is finished plumbing electrical. That's when you put in your plumbing fixtures and your light fixtures. After that, you put up your pretty mirror and then you clean it. So that's 15 steps in a small bathroom remodel. Easy, right? So easy. It can be easy if you understand the steps and you plan correctly. I use a Gantt chart. If you've never seen a Gantt chart, it's basically a chart that allows all of the events to show that are occurring, and that each one that supersedes the next or overlaps, you can adjust them. So another easy way to do this besides using a Gantt chart is to just print out a calendar. Try to assign, a timeline for each event. So cabinet install for a vanity, that's going to take 1 day. I always allow days, not hours. I don't try to cram things into multiple days because sometimes you get there and you're like, oh, the floor is not level or whatever the problem is. So assign a timeline to each step on your calendar, and then you can see what needs to be done and how long it's going to take. And if you're going to be doing parts of it, assign your timeline to your task. And if you're using subcontractors, you need to give them a minimum, a week's notice when you will be ready for them. Hey, the tile's going to be done on this day. We'll be ready for counters then. I give my subcontractors, a minimum of 2 weeks. It's crazy busy where I live, and I just like to give them as much notice as possible. So if I know when the cabinets are being installed on a certain date, I notify my tile guys and give them a window of time on the schedule after cabinets. And then I also notify my countertop sub so that they have plenty of time to put the job in motion. And they always know that I've already ordered all the materials and they don't have to worry about anything. They just go pick it up and they install it. When I'm scheduling items, the most important thing you can do is plan. Everybody has commitments and schedules, and no one likes a surprise or something unplanned. The work I do in the background to make sure everything runs smoothly basically gives the impression to my subcontractors that I respect their time and I appreciate their work. And if anyone comes to your house and they do a good job, give them donuts. I'm serious. Feed them. Give them a good review and recommend them, and always be kind. Be kind to anybody that comes into your house. Every single subcontractor talks to every other contractor. So if you treat one poorly and give them a snotty attitude, you will get ghosted because they're all talking to each other. Hey, don't call that crazy lady back. That's what happens. And that's why, because that floor guy is going to tell that cabinet guy. Now, with that said, this is just a little insight into how I run my jobs. This is just a tiny, easy hall bathroom. There's a lot that goes into construction, and it takes a lot of good planning to do it well. So if you're considering DIY, I hope this information has either empowered you or slapped you in the face to hiring a contractor to manage the project. One or the other. You're either going to fall on one or the other side. Thank you so much for listening. I'm so grateful for you. I hope this podcast was helpful. And if it was, can you take a second and just share it with a friend? Hey, listen to this cool podcast I found. I would so appreciate that. I hope you have a beautiful and incredible week. Thanks for joining me today on the She Builds Show. My name is Stefanie Olson. My hope is that this episode leaves you feeling empowered and ready to boldly take that step into building the life that you envision, 1 2x4 at a time. And if you can do me a quick favor, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes. I get giddy over reading the reviews each week, and I will choose one special person to win some She Builds swag. Make sure you add your name to the review, and I'll reach out if you're the winner. Thanks again for hanging out. Be sure to visit me at theshebuildshow.com, where you can ask me questions and share with me what you're building.